Hey, Saggy babies. It is the 21st of August, and I have a very fun game for you. If you have a quandary or a person in mind that you'd like some guidance on, just choose whichever picture you're attracted to first, and I'm going to come right back with the message from Spirit. Alrighty, so if you chose the apple, it looks to me like in the recent past, I don't want to say in the recent past, but in the past, something has really broken your heart. And it feels to me like this is a person that you really, really loved. And I don't know if they've passed, or if this is someone that you're just on the outs with, or it ended for whatever reason. This could be a friendship, this could be a job, but there was a broken heart. And sometimes I think that you guys are so fiery that you're either cold or hot. And I think that for a little bit, you were stuck there in a place of self-doubt, because I think you take responsibility for a lot. I mean, I really do. I think that you may cover that up sometimes by being confident, because you are confident, and I think people see you as even more confident than you maybe even feel. But when push comes to shove, you guys will take responsibility for your part in something, and then you will really beat yourself up over it. So I think that you were stuck there for a little bit, but I feel that Spirit knew exactly where this was going. So I don't think it happened by accident, because it has woken up another part of you that is really going to sustain you long term. And it brought out like a softness in you, maybe because you were more in your emotions than usual, because I just feel like you're very, goal oriented. And it's not that you're not extremely empathetic, because you are, but you don't like to linger there. So I feel like you've been getting together with old friends, and you might be dating, you might just be getting involved with people more. And you're starting to remember who you are, and seeing yourself through other people's eyes a little bit more, which is probably a lot more accurate to, it's probably more closer to the truth, or more accurate. I'm not going to try to decipher why I said that. But yeah, I think this is bringing something out in you that's creative in nature. I think you're starting a new project, and it's going to make you feel playful. This is something that you're really passionate about. So, I mean, it really could just be living life in a new way, or, involving yourself in, I'm just going to give you some examples. You're getting involved in martial arts, or you're doing pottery. You used to paint, you stopped, and now you're painting again. Or maybe you're getting involved in with a different medium. But this is going from something really painful into something inspiring, invigorating, and also something that's going to last. So, I mean, I know that can't possibly be a message for everyone, but I hope it helps someone. Well, you little, I don't know if I want to say, first I wanted to say raccoon. I'm not sure why. Maybe raccoon is significant to someone. Then I wanted to say hound dog, so I just didn't say anything. You little hound dog. I don't know, Elvis could be significant. You are up to something, or this is already started, or it's coming soon, but the card you got, carrying connections. I mean, do I have to explain? I do have to explain, actually, because it might not be romantic. It could just be something that's really, really pleasurable and reciprocal, like a Two of Cups type situation. And yeah, I mean, there's something about you right now. I don't mean this in a condescending way, but I feel like you've matured. There's something, that you have sort of conquered, or you proved something to yourself. And I think that you are feeling like confident, like, you know what, I dealt with that. And what else you got, world? What else you got, life? And there is like a new passion for life. And what's odd about this situation for you is that I think that you're finding that a lot of other people around you are maybe not feeling that way. I mean, yeah, let's just like look at the world and all the retrogrades and Chiron and all that other stuff that goes on. And by contrast, you're feeling intensely curious and passionate about something. And I don't know. I feel like if you chose the ruby red slipper, there's something really special for you. I feel like this is a very special message from spirit, and my spirit language is weird, okay? But just the red in this Ace of Spears here, this is, okay, so this is about intellect, okay, and choice and all that. But I think that when the King of Cups or the King of Cans comes before it, it's about heartbreak and then alchemizing that into something. And I don't think it's as simple as, I made up my mind that I'm not doing that anymore, or that person was no good, or it was meant to be. It's more than that. It's like when thought and heart come together and create a drive, a passion. So it feels more like a Wands card to me. But what I was going to say is that I noticed the red here in this ribbon or whatever that is up there. I don't know what that is. And it's very similar to the color in the slipper. I don't know. It just makes me feel like there's something very, what's the word I'm looking for? Magical. I don't know. I just, if this is the picture that you chose, I'm excited for you. And then you have the Ace of Pentacles. So you're definitely getting something. And this is not like a feeling or an idea. This is like jewelry, money and more money, home, a car, a promotion, a bonus. It could be an opportunity, but the opportunity is to make money. So, like I just got another flash of something. Your heartbreak in the past may have been mainly over relationships. And it could be like familiar relationships, or it could be romantic relationships. But I feel like, there were other areas where you were really surpassing other people, but maybe just not in that realm. Or maybe from the outside it looked that way, but not inside. That is changing for you, my friend. You're going to be like one of those people that's always with their person. Yeah, that's going to be you. Because I feel like you're going to, this could be the type of person, these people, I don't understand them, but they do inspire me. These people who like want to be together all the time, like they work together, they live together, they do everything together. I usually joke around and say that they're annoying, but I think I really just don't understand them. But it seems like, I don't know, cute, nice. I'm getting that feeling here. It's not just one thing, it's a couple of things. But this is really good news for you guys. So if you're not already in a relationship with someone, just make sure that you wear good outfits, I don't know, for the next couple of weeks. Maybe put on some cologne, some perfume, I don't know. But this is all good stuff for you guys, and I'm happy for you. Okay, if you chose the poppy flower, I do have some thoughts that have come into my head that seem sort of random, but they might be meaningful to someone. When the Mets won the World Series in 80 whatever, maybe it was 89, that came into my mind. What was the other thing? Darn, I just had it. It'll come back to me. But you, my fire baby, I wish that I could give you a hug because you've been through it. You've been through it, but this is like a beauty for your ashes type story. This is a comeback story, an underdog story that goes like, this is like Rocky, okay? You have fought some sort of battle. It started out with a situation that you couldn't control, maybe had nothing to do with you. This could be the home you grew up in. This could be the field that you chose to work in. This could be your spouse. There's so many things that this could be, but it's the worst of it. You had a rough time. Like, yeah, you definitely did. And you have a lot of integrity, and there's certain things that you don't compromise on. You have values, you have ethics, like, and that's something that's stable with you. I think that in order to stay in that place of authenticity, and I don't mean that you don't ever tell a little white lie, or that you didn't go through a phase where maybe you weren't showing parts of yourself. That's not what I mean. I just mean that when nobody else is looking, you're still doing the right thing when it comes to your karma. And maybe sometimes you do put yourself out there a little bit too much for people. And sometimes I feel like when I see these cards together, it's kind of like you have very high expectations for yourself, but your friends or people that you're involved with, you don't hold them to those same standards. And I also think that if you feel like you can't be 100% and you can't really, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm sorry, I'm tired. If you can't give your all and you can't add something to the situation, it's like you just want to stay home. There's like no in between. And I think that's what Spirit is talking about here with the Angel of Balance, or number 48 could be of significance. April 8th, the number 12. But I think you know this as well. You already know this. It's not like you don't know that about yourself. You just don't know how to be any other way. Could have been a survival mechanism. But you are learning to slow down, because I think you're starting to realize that you don't have to work as hard to get the results that you want. But you're not the only one who's noticing, because your next card is the Six of, it says brooms. I love this deck, but I get confused with the words. So this would be the Six of Wands. So this is like you're a superstar, all eyes on you. You did something that was accepted as impressive by more than just you, okay? So like after being through all of this, you're also going to get to shine. It's almost like your pain may have been on display for some amount of time, or you may have perceived it as people knowing that you had been through a lot or knowing your business, but your rise is also going to be on display, which is just very fair and just. And I don't know, I think you do like the attention, Saggy. And this is all good attention. And you really do deserve that, because I do want to stress that Spirit wants to acknowledge that you kept your heart where it belongs. Even though people disappointed you and didn't show up for you, and maybe there were certain key players in your life that really didn't pull their weight, you have always given more than you've taken. And now it's kind of your time to harvest, and in the best ways. So this is a great message for you. And for all of my Saggy Fire babies, thank you so much for watching. And I do want to get to 444 subscribers by Halloween. So if you did enjoy this, please subscribe and like this video. All right, take care of yourselves. Bye.